So what we do is when we see darkness in our life, there is a kind of a tendency to do something with that darkness, right? So I want to say, push it away, or make it, maybe transform the darkness, or maybe, just get rid of it from my life. Many a times, there is this impulse what to do with the darkness, the things that pull us down, the things that make us really heavy. So imagine that you have a room, which is dark, and now we need light in the room. So there are two things that can happen. One is that I keep on pushing the darkness away. Yes, yeah, Reggie has started recording, and I'm also audio recording the call in my phone as well. Thank you, Reggie. So अंधेरा कमरा है, बिल्कुल घुप अंधेरा, dark room, and we want light in the room, right? So if we keep on struggling with the darkness, if we keep on pushing away the darkness कि चली जा यहाँ से, तू है क्यों यहाँ पे, बार बार आ क्यों जाती है, that is not the way it works. As long as we are human, especially the kind of humans that we are right now in the series of evolution, the darkness is here to stay. You can be really sure about it. So what do you do when you want light in the room and it's a dark room? What do you do? You have a dark room in the house and you want light there. You want to see something. What is the step that you take? Switch on the light, exactly, if there is any. If there is no light, then you maybe light up a candle or something. Huh? So this is what has to be done. There is no point fighting with the darkness, because poor darkness is also waiting for the light. Na? She has been waiting for the light since eons. और हम उसको कह रहे हैं अब तू चली जाए यहाँ से, बेचारी कैसे चली जाए ऐसे. She also, poor one, wants light. So the darkness disappears only when the light is invoked in that room. So when we see ourselves troubled with tendencies and patterns and beliefs and all kind of things that goes on within the being, one cannot just keep on struggling all the time with those tendencies. Just be very hopeless that they are here to stay. They are a part of our room. You do the job that you are ascribed to do. What is our task? Our task is to invoke light again and again. Our task is to bring light and peace again and again without tiring. Even if we get tired, get up again. And this is also, indirectly very much related to Savitri, the lines that we are reading, the symbol dawn. Even after looking at so much of resistance from the night, dawn, nobody can stop the dawn from coming. It happens every day. That's a different thing, that night also comes every day. But the dawn doesn't get tired, it has been coming since eons, and it will keep on coming as long as the creation is. And that is our very nature. Not to get tired of our tendencies, not to give them so much of attention, let them be there. Don't forget to invoke light. Don't forget to invoke peace in the being. Now imagine, people who are really kind of so-called masters and enlightened beings, really kind of, I would say, really stabilized in themselves. So imagine there are people, audience waiting for them in the room, huh? And धीरे धीरे सब बात कर रहे हैं आपस में, चपड़ 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 चले जा रही है. And then this being comes into the room. Immediately the noise stops. अब एक जना कोई छड़ी लेके खड़ा हो और सबको एक एक करके चुप कराए, that is something different, that is our struggle, that which we keep ourselves involved in so much of times, drains energy. Now this being comes in the room and it's silent. The tendencies get silent. What is this being? This being is full of peace. This being is you only. You are not separate from that being. This is what Mother has stressed upon so strongly. Invoke peace in your body, invoke peace in the being. Do not wait for the disappearance of tendencies कि मैं कब प्योर हो जाऊंगी और कब मेरे में से बुराइयां चली जाएंगी. रहने दो बुराइयों को, बेचारियों उनको भी तो तरना है. वो क्यों चली जाएं? कहाँ जाएंगी कहाँ? As if there is some other realm. बुराइयों के लिए कोई अलग जगह है जैसे. There is only one place, this place right now. And if I begin to say, oh my God, it is going to be a process and it's going to really take me a long time, in that moment you are fueling your tendencies by saying, I cannot invoke peace. It is not a process. It is not a time taking process. Either you are here in this moment or you are not there. Either you are that being that brings peace in the body or you are tendencies. There is no hanging in between. It's very black and white. And that is why free will exists. Free will exists because divine does not want all of us to be pressurized to do something. It's his game, and that is the rule he has set up for the game, that it's going to be a free surrender. So I choose what kind of a moment I want to live right now. Do I want to give in to falsehood, to anxiety, to panic, to fear? Yes, that can be a choice. Or do I want to bring that peace within my being, which can come and which can take care of all that is there in the being, all the movements. So next time, whenever we are struggling with our tendencies, we can tell them, very easily. We don't even have to converse with them. Long process. Don't go there. Take the shortcut. Bring peace. Immediately bring peace. Don't forget. This is what Sumiran is, remembrance. What Kabir says, Sumiran ki sudh यूं करो जैसे कामी काम, 8 पहर बिसरे नहीं निस दिन 8 जाम. उसको 8 पहर एक ही चीज की पड़ी है, तो हमें किस चीज की पड़ी होनी चाहिए? पीस की. I have to invoke peace no matter what the circumstances. I have to bring light in this dark room. Just do your job. It's a very simple job. The mind keeps on slipping, it keeps on going here and there. Bring it back. Bring peace. Simple, done. Very simple. बट ये दिमाग की बात समझ इसलिए नहीं आती बिकॉज माइंड वांट्स कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आइटम्स. जब तक उसके सामने एक 6 महीने का MBA नहीं है, उसको लगता है कुछ महत्व नहीं है इस चीज में. That is how we are brought up, that is how we are conditioned. 12 years of education, only that will help. Poor fellow who is born with faith is losing the faith in the process of 12 years. So yeah, this is one request to myself and to also those who are listening. Not to forget to invoke peace in the being and forget about the darkness that is there. You just do your own job, which is bringing the dawn, bringing the peace. What Savitri is doing. Savitri is the dawn. She is the dawn of new creation. She says, no matter what the darkness is, I am here to bring peace and dawn, a new creation, a new race, a new human race, which is connected with the divine essence. So she's not giving up. We'll see later that Savitri also goes through a lot of disturbances. It's not, her human side is also very well portrayed. Book 7, which I shared last time, a few lines with all of you. So she also goes through depression. But then depression cannot stay. It is not our nature. It will come, but it also has to disappear with the light. Right? So we have to really be very pinpointedly focused on bringing the dawn in our lives, the symbol dawn in our lives, not losing a chance. Even if you lose a chance, get up again and call it. No matter if 1,000 chances are lost, even in 1,001th first chance, you can do it. Right? And that is what inner strength is. That is what inner strength is, that you can do it any time. You must choose to do it. Not to get ourselves overwhelmed with all the panic, anxiety, which is thrown away everywhere. And this is the adventure, imagine a life where everything is, settled and nothing is to be overcome, no challenge is there, no difficulty is there. Boring life, monotonous life. This is the adventure that we all have taken ourselves into, the plunge that we have taken. We have called ourselves into this adventure. That difficulty आएगी और फिर मैं उसको खोजूंगी जो छुपा हुआ है. Just like when you go out in a forest and everything is charted, there is no fun. New things are coming up, new animals are showing up on the way. There is a river on the way, you don't even know how to cross it, then you devise a way. That is the joy, of not knowing. So the forgetfulness of the soul when it comes to this being, this material birth, that is why forgetfulness is there, because otherwise it will be living with the old and past burden कि मैं क्या थी पिछले जन्म में, उसी से बेचारी झुकी रहेगी. So now there is a clean slate we are all starting with. No burden of the past. And now I have to redo that search again, refind my soul and let it shine. And this is a task, this is the first step of human existence, if I can say. If we are really human, this is the first step to find and unite with our soul. Before that, the journey has not even started. So with that, I would like to continue with the things that we discussed and also going further. So let's see, I think we can, let me share the screen. Yeah, so a throw that came, athwart, yeah, this we had done. We can reread it because then it really helps. So let's read from here, until here. We've already read that, but we'll just whoever wants to go through the lines can do that. अच्छा blue ही है, ठीक है. I hope you can see the window, the screen. Yeah, go ahead, anyone, Yes, Taru.
Athwart the veil enormous trance of space, its formless figure without mind or will, the shadow spinning through a seamless wheel, thrown back once more into unthinking dreams. Earth lay abandoned in the fallen earth, forgetful of her spirit and her fate. The impassive skies were neatly empty, still. Then something in the inscrutable darkness stirred, a nameless movement, an unthought idea, insistent, dissatisfied, without an aim, something that wished but knew not how to be, teased the inconscient to vague ignorance.
Yeah, thank you. So it's like, athwart the vain, enormous trance of space. So as if space, look at the beauty of the words as well. Space, imagine space, the dark, black space, and as if it's in a trance and things are kind of hanging in there, vain, enormous trance of space, useless, futile. It's formless stupor without mind or life. So again, this is also referring to cosmological events plus psychological. What we are dealing with is more psychological events. For example, the life we live of only tendencies, when we don't even put our mind into why am I doing this? Why am I repeating the same thing again and again in a loop? So this stupidity without mind or life, a shadow spinning through a soulless void, soulless, lifeless, because consciousness has not yet awakened, aspiration has not yet awakened to know ourselves, to know myself. So it's more like a mechanical movement, जैसे कि Big Bang हुआ and the mechanical movement through all the planets in the space moving. So that movement, as if our own tendencies and patterns are also just part of that movement, right? So they're just going on. You get up in the morning, you go brush your teeth, you don't need any mind or prana for that, that just goes on in the background. No consciousness is required as such. It goes on in a subconscious trance. Thrown back once more into unthinking dreams. Earth wheeled abandoned in the hollow gulfs. So this can also be referring to our own tendencies, our own unthinking, where we are not able to be conscious of our own being, who we are, why are we here. Back to the same rut of life again and again. Soulless rut so far. Now the same rut of life has a very strong potential, mind you. The potential is the moment you give it divine consciousness, it can awaken itself as well. But that awakening so far has not happened. It is still a very pulling down, downward process, as if something pulls you down if you are following those tendencies. And that is why when you infuse something with the consciousness, with now being aware of why you are doing what you are doing, then it's no more an unthinking thing. Then it's no more a soulless thing. Then you bring soul into it. Earth wheeled abandoned in hollow gulfs. Lives after lives we are coming, again and again and again, forgetting what is the task to be done. Forgetful of her spirit and her fate. Now the fate of earth is to bring divine into manifestation, and this is not only the fate of earth, this is the fate of each one of us, to bring divine into manifestation, not to let just soulless tendencies run our life. So this is the fate all of us deserve. No one can say I am not worthy. This is your birthright. This fate is your birthright. So far I have been forgetful of my spirit and my fate. The impassive sky is neutral, empty, still. Impassive. फ्री विल है ना, तो कोई तुम्हें फोर्स करने नहीं वाला अभी करो अभी करो अभी करो, कोई नहीं करेगा. तुम चाहो तो ऐसी जिंदगी अभी 20 साल और भी जी सकते हो. Soulless, unthinking dreams. Nobody is going to force us. The witness, the sakshi is impassive, it's detached. It's his play, he knows very well, but it's also a detached play. There is no hurry. Eternity में time की क्या कमी है? Right? It's our mortal existence that is bound in time. Eternity is not bound in time. If not this human evolution, next cycle of human evolution, one more pralaya. So no hurry is there. The impact, and it's also referring to the beginning of dawn now. Look at the beauty also there. So the skies are completely neutral, empty, still. Abhi break of dawn hua nahi hai. Impassive sky, no hurry, no impatience. Then something in the inscrutable darkness stirred. Now referring to that little, shade of hues that begin to come up when the dawn is about to break. पहले क्या था? बिल्कुल dark, and then something, you cannot say exactly where in the sky, but something moved. Something in the inscrutable darkness stirred. A nameless movement, an unthought idea. So the idea is there, capital I coming from the higher realms. Some higher possibility is there, but it's not coming out of your thoughts. A nameless movement, you cannot still even name what is your aspiration. You don't even know it's an aspiration towards light. So अभी तक क्या था मेरी जिंदगी में? Everything dark, shallow, surface, not very enjoyable all the time. And now something is shown to me. This is actually referring to the beginning of aspiration in human life. And also referring to, in the process of evolution of mankind, beginning of thought. For many centuries, human being was not this human being which thought, sense and memory, right? It was a very mechanical life that our ancestors have lived. Khao piyo so jao, that kind of a mechanical life. Then mind and thought came into existence. So this is beginning of aspiration in our life and also referring to cosmological time. A nameless movement, an unthought idea. And what is happening? Insistent. It's very insistent. Something more is there. I don't know what exactly, but this is not it. Niti. Dissatisfied. Without an aim. अभी तो aim भी नहीं है, क्योंकि अभी पता नहीं है ना कि ढूंढना क्या है. बस इतना पता है कि कुछ है जो अभी मिसिंग है लाइफ से. It's not a complete life that I am living. Something must be missing. Right? Insistent, dissatisfied, without an aim so far. Something that wished but knew not how to be. मतलब पता है कुछ और चाहिए जिंदगी से. एग्जैक्टली क्या चाहिए अभी उसका नाम नहीं है. नेमलेस मूवमेंट. सो व्हेन पीपल से, जैसे मैं कुछ बोलूं कि तुम्हें ये चाहिए, एक्चुअली दिस इज व्हाट यू आर सीकिंग, देयर इज नॉट मच ट्रस्ट मे बी यू शो इन दैट, बिकॉज यू योरसेल्फ डोंट नो अभी चाहिए क्या. बट ये पता है कि ये नहीं चाहिए जो अभी है, जो जिंदगी में है अभी, उससे कुछ बेहतर चाहिए. Something in me knows that something more is possible. What is that something? I am not even aware of. Tease the inconscient to wake ignorance. Last time we had discussed this visual, as if a mother or a father is waking up the child, teasing the inconscient to wake ignorance. Now this stir that happens in our life, a beginning of aspiration, it teases our unthinking, mindless patterns कि कुछ है जो मुझे नहीं पता है. To wake ignorance. Ignorance, waking up of ignorance means I know that there is something I don't know. अभी तक क्या था? अभी तक मुझे पता था मुझे मेरी जिंदगी किस तरीके से चल रही है. अब मुझे कुछ पता लगना शुरू हो, यार कुछ तो है जो मिसिंग है, बट मुझे पता नहीं है वो एग्जैक्टली है क्या. So this is waking up of ignorance. A throw that came and left a quivering trace. You know, throw क्या होता है? It comes as if it's a compulsion. It's like an impulse. It came. You did not think about it. It just came. This dissatisfaction, this insistence, it just came into life. A throw that came and left a quivering trace. उसकी रिपल छोड़ के चला गया, आपको थोड़ा सा हिला के चला गया कि कुछ है जो अभी है, आना है, बाकी है. Gave room for an old tired want unfilled. As if कि कोई पुरानी दबी छुपी कोई want थी which was not yet complete, consummated. उसको वो एक जगह दे गया, उसको as if कि उसको एक रूम देके चला गया कि hey, you know, here it's your chance, you know, it's your turn, maybe you can do something about it. A throw that came and left a quivering trace. Trace हल्का है उसका, अभी इतना बहुत feeble है. Also referring to the dawn as it begin to break, you know, very light, slight colors in the sky. From dark to little sky blue, maybe somewhere a hint of yellow and orange. A quivering trace gave room for an old tired want. बड़ी exhausted want है, सदियों से बेचारी दबी हुई है, right? सदियों से दबी है, उसको ज्यादा एनर्जी हमने कभी दी नहीं है. So it's very tired as well. Also tired being in the darkness all the time. It has never been, poor fellow, shown a light. Old tired want unfilled, but it's still unfilled. अभी उसका भरपाई उसकी हुई नहीं है. अभी तक कहाँ थी? At peace in its subconscient moonless cave. So as if it was hiding, this divine that hides in all of us. Moonless cave, very dark. अभी तक वो सो रही थी. Now with the beginning of aspiration that begins to wake up. Something happens in our lives which leaves you dissatisfied. You know कि अभी तक के जो 10 साल थे उसमें बात जमा नहीं, कुछ है जो मैं ढूंढ रहा हूं, right? At peace in the subconscient moonless cave, to raise its head and look for absent light. Look at the beauty. Look for absent light. है अभी तक absent, but something knows that it must be there. As if, you know, जैसे सांप अपना सर खड़ा करता है, you know, looks here and there. To raise its head, look for an absent light. So now this is again referring to beginning of aspiration in human life. बिना चाह के हमारा जीवन लाश के समान है, संत कह गए हैं. बिरहा तू सुल्तान, yearning you are the king. Without yearning our life is as good as dead. So if you did not yearn in being a human life, what did you do? खाया पिया सो गए, खाया पिया सो गए, खाया पिया सो गए. yearning हुई नहीं, क्योंकि बिना yearning के unification possible नहीं है. Right? And again, as we discussed last times as well, this unification is also this is the adventure that we all wanted to do. We separated from the essence, like a kind of a separation, a falling on our head, you know, plunging in ignorance, so that through that separation I can enjoy unification. Because if there is only one, सिर्फ मैं ही हूं, मैं हूं, पूरा प्रकृति में मेरा ही मेरा प्ले है, तो मैं यूनिफिकेशन एंजॉय कैसे करूंगी? Why do we enjoy meeting friends? Because we are separate from each other. You know, we are different from each other. So it's all a part of that bigger play, the difference, the variety that all of us have. You may have something which I don't have, and that is why I like to meet you when I meet you. So this is the joy, you know, we are here for. और ये joy अकेले सिर्फ सच्चिदानंद में नहीं मिल सकता ना. This pang of separation and द यूनिफिकेशन, द जॉय ऑफ यूनिफिकेशन, ये तभी मिल सकता है कि पहले उसके लिए बिछड़ना पड़ता है, पहले अलग होना पड़ता है, पहले दो बनने पड़ते हैं, चार बनने पड़ते हैं. अब कौन बन गए? रेजी, तरु, आराधना, मोनिका. हाँ, चार बन गए. अब जब मिल रहे हैं, and when we are growing through each other, then a new joy comes, which was not possible if we were already all together. कोई separation है ही नहीं, right? So now this aspiration is coming to raise its head and look for an absent light, straining as if closed eyes of vanished memory. और memory ऐसी कि vanished, हमको याद भी नहीं है हम थे कौन. कौन सी ये एब्सेंट लाइट है जो मैं सीख कर रही हूं? कौन से जन्म में मैं थी ये एब्सेंट लाइट? क्या कभी थी भी? इतना डाउट, on our divinity, very strong doubt. If, as I told you earlier, if I told you right now you are very unworthy, you will believe me immediately. But if I told you you are divine, you will say you go to, a psychiatrist and maybe show yourself. So this is the doubt, because it's a vanished memory, straining closed eyes. Now imagine if a person is now getting up, trying to get up during the dawn, और अभी उठा नहीं जा रहा है, अभी बहुत तमस है बॉडी में, राइट? स्ट्रेनिंग, एज इफ स्ट्रेनिंग द आईज, अभी आंखें खोलने का मन नहीं कर रहा है. Straining closed eyes of vanished memory. So that memory is like that. It's like really strained, kept really has been really kept in dark for so long. Like one who searches for a bygone self and only meets the corpse of his desire. So when I look in my past, where was this absent light that I am looking for? I don't see much. What I see is my old ambitions. जब ये आया दिमाग में तो मैंने ये कर लिया, जब मन किया PhD का तो मैंने ये कर लिया. Running after the mind, desires only meets. So what I meet is corpse of my desire. So whatever I was following was my desires. I don't see that light that I am searching for. But I know that I am searching for some part of my own self only. Searches for a bygone self and only meets the corpse of his desire. But I don't find it anywhere. दूर दूर तक नजर नहीं आता. What I meet is I have just been running after my ambitions, my desires, my wants and needs to be fulfilled. That is what one finds. Yeah, so let's take a pause, and if someone has a question, we can take the question or go ahead. Yeah.
When the question is corpse of his desire,
Yeah.
but it means that now the desire is dead, or one can see that the desires were always dead. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. So if you have seen, Taru, desires are always changing,
yes,
right? So when I look in my past, I see some desire that I was following,
yes,
and then something changed and the desires transformed into some other desire, and then I followed that. So this is what, when it is said corpse of the desire, of his desire, at one phase in my life I was following one particular desire, and then after some time it vanished, and then a new personality developed following some other desire now. So this is what is meant by like multiple personalities in one lifetime, all originating only from desires. So when one looks at the back, one sees corpse of these personalities. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we can take these yellow lines, 5, 6 lines further, if anyone would like to go ahead.
Yeah, take Monica.
Yes, Aradhana. Yeah.
Yeah. It was as though even in this most profound, even in this ultimate dissolution score, there lurked an unremembering entity, survivor of a slain and buried past, condemned to resume the efforts and the bank, reviving in another frustrated world.
Beautiful. Thank you. So this is again, a beginning of aspiration and waking up of a soul. Waking up of a soul. अभी तक क्या था? अभी तक soul was sleeping deep in darkness and inconscient. But now with this beginning of an aspiration in human life, a soul as if it wants to now wake up. No more just following the tendencies, patterns of the subconscious. Now I want to wake up. So as if a soul is waking up. It was as though even in this knots profound, not referring to a nullness, zero, a profound knot, a profound meaninglessness. Even in this ultimate dissolution core, so the core where everything gets dissolved, इतनी ज़्यादा darkness है कि कुछ identity नहीं बचती, कुछ नहीं बचता. Even there, although लगता है सब, everything appears meaningless, zero. Why are why is the bloody existence there? That kind of a thought. Even in this ultimate dissolution core, there lurked an unremembering entity. Lurking, lurking, this English term, as if somebody is peeking, कोने से छुप के, देख रहा है अंधेरे में. There lurked an unremembering entity, unremembering. Abhi, the soul has not woken up yet to its own power, to its own divine essence. But it's lurking. It's now, aspiration is there. There lurked an unremembering entity. So where all even feel dissolves and lost, that entity has survived. Because it has the seed of divine consciousness. That is why it has survived. Survivor of a slain and buried past. Look at the millions of lives we as humans we have lived. हड़प्पा संस्कृति आके चली गई, Jurassic Park आके चला गया, all the civilizations came, Maya civilization, all these beautiful civilizations came and went. Survivor, but this entity is a survivor of that slain and buried past. Although everything may appear dead, forgetfulness, all past is dead as if, but this entity, as if it has survived a Holocaust. Imagine World War happening, everything dead, gone. Something moves. Condemned to resume the effort and the pang. Now this something which is now saved in that Holocaust. अब इसको क्या करना होगा? It will have to begin the effort again. Now everything is just wiped off. Condemned, because now it has survived. What it has to do is, it has to resume the effort and pang. The soul has to recover its essence, recover the divinity. And this the soul has been doing since a lifetime. This is the process of unification. We ourselves bought ourselves into it. Nobody has pushed us into this adventure. Condemned to resume the effort and the pang, reviving in another frustrate world. Look at the condition of the world. It is still a frustrate world. लेकिन इसमें फ्रस्ट्रेट वर्ल्ड अपना ही अंदर है, अपनी ही मूवमेंट्स हैं. What we began talking in the beginning, all the darkness will be there, all the tendencies, patterns will be there, all the people around you will be speaking, invoking fear in you, invoking panic in you, but still you are condemned to resume the effort and the pang and revive yourself. Bring light, bring dawn into your life. You are condemned to do that because that is your nature. We all are condemned to do that. No matter how bad a situation is, we are condemned to resume the effort and the pang and bring the light that we all are in this frustrate world. And this is what is inner strength that we talk about. That no, yeah.
Like, they talk about the yogas, like Kali Yuga and Satyug and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And somehow we are made to believe that, the earlier yogas were like, oh my god, very beautiful and everything was like hunky-dory and it's just in Kali Yuga.
Yeah.
That, we are struggling and the world is going
Yeah.
upside down.
Yeah.
But considering like Savitri is timeless, right? It's
Yes.
everybody's story.
Yes.
So that means that this world would be this frustrating or this hard or this, kind of
Yes.
all here and there every time then, right?
Yeah,
Like,
every time so far. Yes, Taru, you are right. So all these yuga, they may appear कि सतयुग में सब अच्छा अच्छा था, but सतयुग में रावण भी तो था, है ना? रावण भी था और बाकी असुर वसुर तो सबसे पहले आए ना. Asuras were the first. Devas came the second. Gods came the second. God are second born. Asuras are the first born. So this has been there. The frustrated world has been there for long. But now the evolution, if we can all see, evolution is now beginning to ready for a new creation. So this frustrated world may not always remain a frustrated world. It has, yes, so far been a frustrated world. Because the life, the new creation that Sri Aurobindo and Mother talk about is that the divine now is ready to manifest transparently itself through the being that we are. तो अब उसमें क्या होता है, धीरे धीरे the need for frustration now gradually dissolves, but we are still hundreds of years away from that. Yeah. So we are still hundred of years away from the new creation, but the call has already begun. So when you say that yes, this world has been frustrated and there was no yuga when the challenge was not there, you are totally right. Yes. So since the beginning of the creation, the challenge has been there in some or the other way, है ना? जैसे अभी हमारे अपने challenges हैं, सतयुग में कोई दूसरे challenges रहे होंगे, है ना? द्वापर युग में दूसरे challenges रहे होंगे. But challenges have always been there because that is the very process of adventure. Go through the difficulty and unite. Go through the challenge and unite. And this is kind of a design. And as Mother says, this is just one of the designs. जैसे infinite possibilities होती है ना. So Mother says that this is just one design. Don't think that this is the only world that can be there. कि पहले frustration आएगी और फिर unification आएगा. This is just one kind of design. There are infinite possibilities in the existence. So if we had been living in some other possibility, तो अभी हम आज उसकी बात कर रहे होते. But अभी हम इसकी इसलिए बात कर रहे हैं because this is our very reality. This is the world that we live in at the moment. It does not say that the other worlds do not exist. Sorry, what are you saying?
No, I just said,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I do have another question, but it not related to this. Should I wait till the end?
No, just ask right away.
Okay, so in the first, like when you were given the introduction, you said that like now consciousness, then they decided that the consciousness has to be sent in parts, right?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't sent as a whole like in the first creation.
Yeah.
So like that kind of coming of the supramental that you talk about.
Yes,
Like
yes.
when mother and children told and finally it's there.
Yeah.
So that means that was also part of that consciousness that was being sent. So it's
Exactly.
still an ongoing process.
Yeah. Yes, Taru, yeah. Yeah, it is an ongoing process, and supramental is so far what Sri Aurobindo has been able to touch, right? So supramental is the best possibility that directly connects the divine to us. So as if he has already stepped up many rungs of ladder for all of us, and he has shortened the path for all of us. And that is what is meant by bringing of the supramental consciousness on earth. It means that this connection with the divinity that we all yearn for, seek for, it is going to be much, much easier than it would have been without the supramental light being on earth. So as if he has given us a golden key. Key here is the key, and you tap into it, and there you are in connection with the divine. You don't have to cross all the rungs of the ladder by yourself. He has done the tapasya for us, just like Ashwapati does the tapasya for whole of the humankind. He calls Savitri down. So mother or the supramental, they are not different from each other. Mother is the golden key, which is making the path shorter. As I showed in the beginning, remember that picture which you took a snapshot of? Mother shows us a straight path and then also a zigzag path. So the straight path is the path of the mother. You now are sticking with the mother moment to moment of your life, tapping into the highest possibility at the moment. And also a zigzag path is possible where I lose consciousness. Again and again I keep on losing consciousness. So the zigzag path is there. Journey is one, goal is one, destination is one, everyone is moving towards that. But with the bringing of the supramental, with Sri Aurobindo's and mother's tapasya of bringing it onto earth in physical manifestation, on which we will not be able to go much in detail, because I don't think I have the any idea of what supramental is exactly. I would not be the right person to talk about supramental consciousness. But yes, something is there which is making our path much, much simpler than it could have been.
You would say making it simpler, or they created the path that was there?
Oh, good one. Yeah, very beautiful. Yeah, that can also be used. Yeah, making a path which is not there. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. And this is also possible only because the mother and Sri Aurobindo are now they're there. If one is not in physical consciousness. For example, if you read about Sri Aurobindo's life, he was working with the mother even after leaving his body, and that is why he left the body in the very first place. He said that I'll be much faster in my work if I change the realm, if I leave this body. So the work goes on. It's not that what we see with our senses, what we feel and touch with our senses, that is what is in existence. Rest all is not there. Lot of work, lot of sages are doing the work. And that is why we have to collaborate. It is a process of collaboration. When we say surrender Surrender is a process of collaboration with the divine essence so that this journey becomes smoother and joyful for each one of us. This is what collaboration means. जर्नी तो सबको करनी ही करनी है, उसमें तो कोई डाउट ही नहीं है ना, चाहे जिगजैग में करो चाहे स्ट्रेट में करो. अब मदर का हाथ पकड़ के कर लो तो तुम्हारी श्रद्धा, मदर का हाथ छोड़ के करना है वो भी तुम्हारी श्रद्धा. There is no force, again no compulsion, but we must know that we have a straight path. We have a straight path, as you rightly said, which was not there earlier. We have a straight path in front of me. The thing is, can I remember it again and again? Can I remind myself again and again and walk that path? So remembrance is very important. And this is what is also said in these lines that we were reading. Reviving in another frustrate world. Revival will be done sooner or later, because that is our very nature. We cannot live without light. We cannot live without darkness, light. We cannot live in darkness. And that is why suicides, they just come when one is completely separated from the light. And that is why one commits suicide, because one cannot live in the darkness. जब दूर दूर तक बस अंधेरा ही अंधेरा नजर आ रहा है, बंदे को लगता है मैं करूं क्या? What is the purpose and meaning of this life which is so dark? I don't even want to live this. So it goes actually somewhere in the wrong direction. But yes, again indicating our essence that we cannot live without light. And the dawn that comes each and every day, it is a reminder of our own true nature. If only we are available to heed the fresh air that it brings, if only we are available to heed the light, the colors, the beauty, the chirping that it brings. Most of the time we are not available. So we have to just become available to it. Grace is all over, omnipresent. Am I available to grace? Or I am shunning it away, saying something more is important. I don't want grace in my life at the moment. And that is what I was saying, when we say that taking care of my tendencies and patterns is a long process, I am pushing grace away. It's not a long process. Don't push the grace away. Invite it, allow it. Have tea with it, Be intimate with it. Make it your life, if possible. And unless we taste the touch of that grace, तब तक हमें ना समझ नहीं आता है कि मैं मिस क्या कर रहा हूँ. And that is why कहा गया है कि पहले टेस्ट करिए. संत जो बचा के ये कबीर सेज, राम रस मीठो घणो पिए अमर हो जाए. हाँ, संत कबीरा पी रहा फिर पीवण दी आस. तो कह रहे हैं कि राम रस इतना मीठा है, इतना घना है, जो पिए वो अमर हो जाए. और अभी संत कबीरा पी भी रहा है और उसको और पीने की आस है. सो जब तक हम पिएंगे नहीं, I cannot drink it for you. I can drink it for myself. I cannot drink it for Taru, Reggie or Aradhana. Aradhana has to drink it for herself. Taru has to drink for herself. Reggie has to drink for himself. No one can push. मुंह नहीं डाल सकता आपका उसको कोई बाउल में, कि पियो पियो पियो. It's free will. It's totally free. And unless we taste it, we don't realize what we are missing. And other things keep on becoming more important than the taste of that grace. Yeah. So this is why, so we keep on forgetting, and this is why remembrance has to be there. Let the forgetfulness stay. छोड़ दो उसको, पड़े रहने दो. also invoke remembrance. Forgetfulness will be taken care of by remembrance, just like all the chaos is taken care of when that peaceful being enters into the room. So when remembrance dawns in life, then forgetfulness is taken care of. And that is our job. So one must at least stick to one job that we have been ascribed to in this human life. हुआ क्या हमारे साथ कि हमने ना काम बहुत सारे पकड़ लिए हैं. वो डेली वेजर होते हैं ना, वो प्रॉमिस किसी और को कर दिया और जगह जगह जाके काम पकड़ लिए. तो हमने काम जगह जगह पकड़ लिए हैं हमने काम, और जो मेन काम था हम उसको भूल गए. Again forgetfulness, as Aradhana said. So just remind yourself, remembrance, remind yourself what is my main task, and don't move from there. कौन सा वो था, अंगद ने पैर रखा था ना रामायण में, वो पैर नहीं हिलाया वहां से. Just don't move from there. No matter how many times you forget. Again, put the पैर again, put the leg again, strongly, very solidly. बिल्कुल बेशर्मी में. If I begin to tell you my own stories of life, full of tragedy, मतलब so-called blunders, but it does not mean that I am not worthy of tapping into grace right now in my life. So no matter how many blunders I may do, I am worthy of tapping into grace any moment of my life. Remember and do it. Yeah. Anything else, or shall we go ahead? Maybe take 5-6 more lines. Reggie, would you like to say? Yeah. Just a second. Let me color differently for you so that it doesn't confuse. Yeah.
Monica, when you say remember, you are talking about remembering the mother, like you say in your talk.
Reggie, there can be several ways actually, remembering. Yeah.
Right. I mean, when you say, in your context, when you generally say remember the mother.
Yes.
This is in the same context.
This is in the same context. You can remember the mother. For those of us who are not in touch with the mother, they can also remember bringing peace in the body, bringing peace and light, invoking light in the body, right? Invoking the some higher presence in the body. So when I say remember, then for us it can be remembering the mother because we know the mother. For other people it can be remembering the divine essence, the light and the peace that we all are, and not buying into a belief of darkness, because darkness is prevailing all around. You look in the media, darkness all around, huh? So what I can do is I can get attached to that darkness and I would say, yeah, this is life, darkness is life. So when I say remember is remembering that you are not darkness, you have to bring light no matter what the circumstances. So that is another way of saying it.
Should I go ahead?
Yes.
An unshaped consciousness desires light, and a blank prescience returned towards distant change, as if a childlike finger laid on a cheek, reminded of the endless need in things, the heedless mother of the universe, an infant longing crushed the soul of vast.
Yeah. So again, this is all in continuation with the beginning of aspiration. An unshaped consciousness desired light. and a blank prescience. Prescience is foreknowing, foreknowing, premonition. A blank prescience yearned towards distant change. So something, some foreknowing is there which is very unshaped. It's not very solid. Some foreknowing is there which is seeking that absent light, that desires light. Yearning for a distant change. पता है अभी तो मैं बहुत दूर हूं, दिख रहा है, क्योंकि the light is not very much in sight. I have not woken up to my inner light yet, but yearning is there. Yearning towards a distant change. Now imagine a creepy crawly creature, and it is as if it's on a ladder, and that ladder is in a well, and that creepy crawly creature now wants to get up to the ladder and climb up and up at the mouth of the well towards that light, where creepy crawly creature, very slow in its movements, it goes up 10 movements and falls down 20 movements. So this is the pull of the inconscient. So there is one part in me which says, oh, I will have to wake up again, oh, dawn again, फिर से effort करना पड़ेगा. One part says that. The other is the divine event, a dawning which is happening, knowledge which is ready to dawn upon me, but still there is a resistance which says, oh, I'm not ready to get up right now. Too early. जैसे dawn होता है तो एकदम से तो हम उठने के लिए तैयार नहीं होते हैं ना. Too early. Can I, just go back to sleep maybe? Right? Recalling that same tenebrous womb from which we came. So falling back into those tendencies again and again. And this is the case with each and every one of us. That is why it's in Savitri, it's the condition of the humankind. And that is why we are one. We may seem actually different. बहुत अलग हैं एक दूसरे से. But actually में एक जैसे ही हैं सारे. Everybody is struggling with these. An unshaped consciousness desired light. So this desire for light is inborn in our nature, inherent. So we must follow it. We must follow this desire for light. And when in the beginning we are following this light, we don't know exactly what it is. So we try to find for a nice partner, ideal love, ideal partnership. It's actually the intention is to desire light only, but we don't know exactly how to find it. Maybe a nice partner to settle down with, maybe a beautiful job to settle down with. We all are seeking light, but we don't know yet what exactly it is. फिर धीरे धीरे we kind of keep on waking up कि यार 10 साल कर ली, but still I don't get it, maybe better to leave it. So it becomes more mechanical, that job or whatever. Even the marriage becomes more mechanical, like a routine. And then I'm aware of something more which is there, of which I am yet to become conscious of. So further, and a blank prescience yearned towards this distant change. I have a foreknowing that I have to wake up to something which is yet not my reality. I'm not yet very conscious of it. So Mother has also commented on this. This is beginning of aspiration, waking up in the inconscient. Yeah, let's go further. As if a childlike finger laid on a cheek, reminded of the endless need in things. So this is a very fine imagery that Sri Aurobindo uses. Now imagine there is a mother lying busy with her rest, and this infant who is, the infant is wanting something. So what he does is he wakes up the mother, by touching her cheek. Mama utho. As if a childlike finger laid on a cheek of the mother, so it's heedless mother so far. Mother thinks that abhi child ko zarurat nahi hai, so it's lying, mother is resting. And now the child comes, the infant comes and puts this finger, little soft finger of the child on mother's cheek, and reminds the mother that the child needs something, right? So as if the beginning of aspiration now is inviting the divine essence to answer that call of the aspiration. आपने देखा होगा जब भी हमारी लाइफ में एक ट्रू एस्पिरेशन, सिंसियर एस्पिरेशन आती है, it gets answered. Sooner or later it gets answered. You find a particular community where you can relate. You find, some words, some books that you can relate. You find friends that you can relate with, which is a call from the divinity to your aspiration. अभी तक क्या था, क्योंकि कॉल नहीं थी, मदर वॉज हीडलेस. शी वॉज जस्ट, शी डिड नॉट टेक अ हीड. अभी तो जरूरत ही नहीं है किसी को. द मोमेंट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ एस्पिरेशन डॉन्स in my life, I begin to seek, answer is immediately provided. So heedless mother of the universe, an infant longing clutched the somber vast. So imagine dark vastness all around the universe. Dark, all dark, black, space. But what is arising? An infant longing, a childlike need, very little aspiration. The longing is not yet mature, ripe aspiration, but it's there. It's an aspiration of a infant. Very little, but very innocent also. And it seeks something from the mother. So it touches the cheeks of the mother, and the mother will now respond to the call. Yeah. So we can just do until 4 lines further we can do, and then we can call it a day for today. These 4 lines. Anyone else would like to go?
I think it's my turn.
Okay.
Insensibly, somewhere a breach began. A long, long line of hesitating hope, like a vague smile, tempting a desert heart, troubled the far rim of light obscured sleep.
Yeah. So now in response to that call of aspiration, the breach begins to happen. A break, a kind of a crack. Now again, at the simultaneously level, it is also referring to the crack of dawn. So in response to the aspiration of the humanity, of human being, the divine responds by pouring light in some form or the other in your life. One meets a guru, one meets a Sikh, a friend, one meets a book, one meets words, one meets a consciousness which was not a part of one's life before that. Insensibly, sense नहीं है उसकी कोई, illogical, very illogical, कि इस चीज से ऐसा हो कैसे गया, that kind of illogical, not going on the face values. Insensibly, somewhere a breach began. कहीं ना कहीं, not exactly knowing where. And up to this point, it was just dark. But now the colors of dawn are going to appear. Now what happens? A long, lone line of hesitating hue. Now again, imagine, dawn is appearing. Halke halke colors, light little, not very very, very subtle colors, feeble colors now are beginning to appear in the sky. Still very hesitating. Why hesitating? Because abhi consciousness is not fully ready to receive it. See, there is a lot of might and power in boundless grace. As and when we become ready for the grace, only that much is revealed to us. अगर इस समय पूरा मेरे ऊपर सच्चिदानंद डाल दिया जाए, I will break, I will shatter into pieces. Not yet ready to take it. So only that much of grace will come to you for which you are ready. So this long line of hesitating hue, abhi hesitate, it's coming, it wants to come as a response to the aspiration, but it's not coming yet in its fullness. Not knowing whether the being is actually prepared to receive it or not. Just showing its face. Very pale light. Like a vague smile tempting a desert heart. Like imagine you are in desert. No, dur tak, no water, no nothing, dry, arid. Dry, totally dry. And there you see something smiling at you, maybe some water. A drop of rain maybe. Just a very vague, abhi pura clear nahi hai, it's very far, very vague. But it's tempting because so far my life has been very dry. So when this gleam of light comes in my life, which has been so far dry, it actually appears like a vague smile which tempts a desert heart, my heart, which has been arid and dry for so long. Now it is tempted. कुछ दिखा उसको, हाँ, कि कुछ possibility हो सकती है. Troubled, the far rim of life's obscure sleep. Now referring to that darkness, that is very much our part of our lives. Obscure sleep, very dark. याद भी नहीं है कि कौन थे. अब उसको क्या कर रहे हैं? That sleep, that obscure sleep is now getting troubled by this hesitating hue. कि उठना पड़ेगा, that kind. तो एक तरफ से खुशी भी है, tempting भी है, as if tempting a desert heart, but it also troubling in nature because it is going to wake you up from your obscure sleep. उसकी आदत सी पड़ गई है उस स्लीप की. तो जब आदत छूटती है तो क्या होता है? विड्रॉवल सिम्टम्स. Any addiction, when it ends, when you are about to leave an addiction, you go through withdrawal symptoms. You don't want to leave it actually. Some part wants to leave it, but other part is not yet ready. So it is troubling in nature, that this dawn, appearance of dawn, new colors in life, because it is going to challenge your pre-existing notions. It is going to challenge your pre-existing patterns. पुरानी आपके टाइम शेड्यूल को आपको चेंज करना पड़ेगा मैडम. थोड़ा कैलेंडर में अपना इंटरफेयर करना पड़ेगा. लाइफ अब वैसे नहीं चल सकती जैसे पहले थी. So it's troubling in nature also. Life has to adjust to a new schedule now. So that is what it is referring to. Troubling the far rim. दूर दूर तक sleep ही sleep है. Frustrate world. Far rim of life's obscure sleep. But it's also a beginning of dawn. So there are two parts as if in me. One wants to still sleep. Some of us are very fond of sleeping. So a part wants to sleep, but a part also wants to get up. Dvand, and then one of us has to go on. One of them kind of takes over later. Yeah. So anything from these lines? Or have you gone to sleep? today, or shall we call it a day then?
We still have time. We can take maybe more lines. If there are no questions, then
Okay, you want to take more lines?
if there are no questions, maybe we can take more.
Yes, we can. Yeah, obviously do that. Obviously, yeah. So we can. Let's see. We can do until here. Yeah, till the full stop. Pink.
Sorry, Monica, one question.
Yes, Aradhana.
मोनिका, जैसे अभी आपने बोला कि वही है, हाँ, something, मतलब कि हम डबल माइंड में है कि जैसे उठना है या सोए रहना है, in reference to waking up to the consciousness.
Yeah.
So that means there the free will comes.
Yes. Just can you be a little louder?
So is that is where the free will comes?
Yes.
Choose.
Yeah.
What you want.
Yeah. Totally.
That is what the free will is.
Yes, that is what free will is. And free will also parallelly exists each moment, whether in this moment I want to be a friend of darkness or whether I want to bring light in this moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So who wants to read these pink lines?
I can read it.
ठीक है. Yeah.
Arrived from the other side of boundlessness, an eye of deity peered through the dark deep. A scout in an reconnaissance from the sun, it seemed amid a heavy cosmic rest, the torpor of a sick and weary world, to seek for a spirit, soul and desolate, too fallen to recollect forgotten bliss.
Yeah, beautiful. So this is again parallelly referring to the crack of dawn, arrival of sun, arrived from the other side of boundlessness. An eye of deity peered through the dumb deeps. So also referring to the appearance. Are you able to hear me? It shows poor connection.
It's perfectly fine.
Sorry? Yeah, okay.
I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, great. ठीक है. So it says parallelly also arrival of the sun, which is nothing but in response to the aspiration from below, from above the divine grace answers. So that is kind of crack of dawn, the appearance of sun, which is referred to as divine eye, arrived not from the material planes, from the subtle planes, from some other, saying other side of boundlessness. Now this is a paradox, जब boundary होती है तभी उसकी other side होती है ना, but here Sri Aurobindo says other side of boundlessness. So this is a paradox he is kind of leaving us with. उसके बारे में आप बैठ के हम चिंतन मनन कर सकते हैं. As if arrived from the other side of boundlessness, an eye of deity peered through the dumb deeps, as if a scout in a reconnaissance from the sun. Now, reconnaissance is a word, military term, where, if you have to do a jaiza of the front area, so what you do is you send your one person, you send a scout in front to have a jaiza of that area, to go and have a look what is the situation in the region ahead. So as if this eye of deity, as it peered through the rays of the sun, as if those rays of the sun appearing are nothing but a scout sent from the sun, as if from sun's militaries, the army, a scout has been sent for what? It seemed amid a heavy cosmic rest, the torpor of a sick and weary world, to seek for a spirit, soul and desolate, too fallen to recollect forgotten bliss. Now, as if sun has sent someone through the ray to find out, जरा भाई देख के आना ये आवाज कहां से आई, जरा मुझे बुलाया किसने. To seek for a spirit, soul and desolate. अभी क्योंकि awakening नहीं हुई है ना, the soul has not yet awakened to its essence. So it is still very desolate because all around it sees frustrated world, frustrated people. So the spirit is yet soul and desolate, and also too fallen to recollect forgotten bliss, because it doesn't remember the divine essence it is coming from. And Mother says in her explanations, when the soul comes to the material planes, it's as if it is falling on its head. And how do you feel when you fall on your head? You lose consciousness for a while, and that is what happens with the soul. It loses consciousness for a while, and this while may mean the lifetime. And then slowly with aspiration, it begins to wake up. So what is this happening? A scout from sun is being sent in response to that aspiration. Go have a look, to have a check कि ये कॉल आई कहां से, कौन सी स्पिरिट ने मुझे आवाज दी, as if the divine is trying to answer that spirit. And that is why Mother says, whenever it's a sincere aspiration, sincere call, it is always heard. Sooner, later, it is always heard. And all this description is referring to that sincere aspiration and the call, and then the response to that aspiration. It may not exactly come in our images that we may think, कि इस तरीके से आना चाहिए, but it comes. The response from divine comes. I was telling one story one day, this little story, then we can end if there are no questions. There is this guy who is very kind of a really devotee of Krishna or some other divine being, and he's falling into floods, and he reminds, Krishna, please save me, Krishna, save me. And then a helicopter comes. He doesn't get on the helicopter. He says, no, Krishna will save me. And then a rope comes after, fighter jet comes and it gives him a rope. So it says, no, Krishna will save me. And then after one by another, all these things appear, but he doesn't get on those things. He keeps on waiting for his Krishna to appear in front and save him. And then obviously he drowns in the flood. And when he goes up, then he asks, कि मैंने कितना बुलाया, इतनी तुम्हारी साधना की पूरी जिंदगी भर, लेकिन फिर भी डुबो दिया तुमने, आए क्यों नहीं? And then Krishna says that, I thought I sent a helicopter and a rope and a fighter jet. So we keep on thinking that the answer should be in my image of what I think the answer will be. For example, if someone is seeking a job, so हमको लगता है आंसर तब मिलेगा जब जॉब मिल जाएगी, right? So, but the divine's way, the divine is humorous, it's like it's a divine comedy we are part of, and we must be really good in humor if we want to take in what sense we are getting answered, our aspiration is getting answered. It may really appear very ugly on the face, but it's our aspiration only which is getting answered. So one must be really open to those weird and illogical looking ideas as well in response to the aspiration. तो आज के प्रवचन यही समाप्त हुए. कुछ कहना है तो कहिए, और नहीं कहना तो बाय बाय कर देते हैं.